गोपीजनवल्लभा जयो गिरिवरधारी जयो गिरिवरधारी। गोपीजनवल्लभा जयो गिरिवरधारी जयो गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दन व्रजजन रञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजन रञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व। जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह प्रह्लाद नरसिंह जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। श्री राधा माधवाष्ट सखी वृंद श्रीमन महाप्रभु की जय। श्री श्री पंचतत्व की जय। श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So reading from Canto 1, Chapter 12, Text 5. Sampadaḥ, kratavaḥ, lokāḥ, mahiṣī, bhrātaraḥ, mahī, jambudvīpa, ādhipatyam, cha, yaśaḥ, cha, tri-divaṁ, gatam, sampadaḥ kratavo lokā, mahiṣī bhrātaro mahī, jambudvīpādhipatyaṁ cha, yaśaś tri-divaṁ gatam, sampadaḥ kratavo lokā, mahiṣī bhrātaro mahī, jambudvīpādhipatyaṁ cha, yaśaś tri-divaṁ gatam, sampadaḥ kratavo lokā, mahiṣī bhrātaro mahī, jambudvīpādhipatyaṁ cha, yaśaś tri-divaṁ gatam. sampadaḥ, opulence, kratavaḥ, sacrifices, lokāḥ, future destination, mahiṣī, the queens, bhrātaraḥ, the brothers, mahī, the earth, jambudvīpa, the globe or planet of our residence, ādhipatyam, sovereignty, cha, also, yaśaḥ, fame, cha, and tri-divaṁ, celestial planets, gatam, spread over. Translation. News even reached the celestial planets about Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira's worldly possessions, the sacrifice by which he would attain a better destination, his queen, his stalwart brothers, his extensive land, his sovereignty over the planet Earth, and his fame, etc. Purport. Only a rich and great man's name and fame are known all over the world, and the name and fame of Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira reached the higher planets because of his good administration, worldly possessions, glorious wife Draupadī, the strength of his brothers Bhīma and Arjuna, and his solid sovereign power over the world, known as Jambudvīpa. Here the word lokāḥ is significant. There are different lokas or higher planets scattered all over the sky, both material and spiritual. A person can reach them by dint of his work in the present life, as stated in Bhagavad-gītā 9.25. No forceful entrance is allowed there. The tiny material scientists and engineers who have discovered vehicles to travel over a few thousand miles in outer space will not be allowed entrance. That is not the way to reach the better planets. One must qualify himself to enter into such happy planets by sacrifice and service. Those who are sinful in every step of life can expect only to be degraded into animal life or to suffer more and more the pangs of material existence. And this is also stated in Bhagavad-gītā 16.19. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira's good sacrifices and qualifications were so lofty and virtuous that even the residents of the higher celestial planets were already prepared to receive him as one of them. Om ajnānatimirandhasya jnānāñjana-śalākaya chakṣuranmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha Shri Chaitanya manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhūtale swayam rūpa kada mahyam dadāti svapadantikam vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, welcome everyone, and my obeisances at your lotus feet. It's a beautiful shloka describing the glories of Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira. The rishis at Naimisharanya, they have asked Sutta Goswami, please describe about Parikshit Maharaj. Ashwatthama tried to kill him in the womb. He was protected by the Lord. And please tell us where he took birth, how he left this world. So Sutta Goswami, he is describing. So he's going back a little back in time, and he's talking about Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, his rule. And at this point it comes that his rule was so glorious that he was even discussed among the denizens of the higher planetary system. Srila Prabhupada starts, only a rich and great man's name and fame are known all over the world. If we describe the glories of Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira's empire, before the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when he performed the Rajasuya sacrifice, he sent all his brothers, all 4 brothers in 4 different directions to go and win over the world and make all the kings subordinate to him. And this was, Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira was not interested. But his father Pandu, he wanted him. He sent a message through Narada Muni that please ask him. Please ask my son to perform Rajasuya sacrifice. Because right now I am in the assembly hall of Yamaraj. If my son performs Rajasuya sacrifice, I can go and sit in the assembly hall of Indra. And he's a qualified person. So Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira said there's a lot of problems in performing Rajasuya sacrifice. It's not so easy. There are demons prepared to look for one small little mistake, small little fault. And as soon as that fault is done, they enter the arena and destroy everything. So Krishna said, no, it's a good idea. You should perform the Rajasuya sacrifice. I will protect. I personally take charge of everything. So he sent all his brothers. So Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira sent all his brothers in all 4 different directions. And I think it was Nakula who went towards the west. And when he comes to Dwaraka, he comes to meet Lord Balaram, meet Lord Krishna. And as soon as Lord Balaram found out that Nakula is there, traveling around to defeat all the different kings, he wanted or just accept the rule of Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira. Lord Balaram was so happy that Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira is going to become the emperor. He was so happy that he sent thousands of boats, because Dwaraka is an island. He sent thousands of boats filled with gold to Nakula. And he said, this is for you, your personal money. And Nakula said, please, I can't carry all this. It's impossible for me. Keep it with you. And Lord Balaram gets very upset. He says, how dare you? I want to give you, you are not taking. He says, but my Lord, I can't. Thousands of boats of gold, I can't take it. So Krishna had to intervene. He's like, don't worry, we will bring it over. And Lord Balaram said, this is not for the sacrifice. This is for you. I am the elder brother, you are the younger one, you came after so long to see us. So being happy, this is only for you. What's meant for the sacrifice, that's different. There was Vibhishana. I think Bhīma went down south, or Sahadeva went down. No, Bhīma came this way. He came towards the east. He came to Samudraghat. Sahadeva went down south. Vibhishana, he gave him huge. It said Shankha and Chakra made out of gold, which Lord Ramachandra had given him. The expanse of Shankha and Chakra were few kilometers, and its height was few meters high. So you can just imagine how big those Shankha Chakra were, made out of solid gold. And they were taken by Sahadev. And Arjuna, he went up towards the north. So as there is Jambudvīpa, Srila Prabhupada describes as the globe or the planet of our residence. There is more, you go to, there is a, Gandamadana Varsha, there is Ilavrata Varsha. So Arjuna went up north like that, and there is, all the way to the north is Uttara Kuru Varsha. And in the Uttar Kurus, they stopped him over there. Said, sorry, you can't enter. It's prohibited for humans to enter. You are powerful enough to come inside and defeat all of us. But since the Lord has made arrangements that human can't enter, we request you not to enter this place. Arjuna said, I won't enter, I will respect that. But you have to pay a tribute to Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira. He says, no worries, we will give. But just don't enter this place. We will give. So then, he brought back a big tribute for Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira. All of that was deposited in Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira's treasury. And then the kings were invited to attend the Rajasuya sacrifice. So when the kings, they came, they brought more wealth with them. In the Rajasuya sacrifice, the Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, he was feeding hundreds of thousands of Brahmins. They said they had big halls, like we have Gada, the Gada kitchen, we have Sulabh kitchen, we have Gita kitchen, Annadan complex, we have Sulabh kitchen, right? And each of them has capacity of 1,500, 2,000 people, like that. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira had halls which could contain 10,000 people at a time. And so 10,000 Brahmins would get fed. When they are finished, they would blow a conch shell. A next group of 10,000 Brahmins would come and eat. And Mahabharata explains that Duryodhana heard these conch shells blowing continuously. So we can just imagine how many such 10,000 capacity halls were there, and how many hundreds of thousands of Brahmins were continuously eating. The description of those halls, like you go to Sulabh or Gada kitchen, you have those raised platforms where they would put the plate and you can eat from. Beyond those platforms, you have those channels where the servers would come and serve. So between the channels and between those raised platforms, they had these small little channels of flowing ghee. And so you can just pick up as much ghee as you want and serve yourself and eat. Right? At the same time, all these Brahmins are given a lot of charity, of grains, of gold, of land, of cows. A lot of charity has been given. So it's like, it's an overwhelming situation. And they made Duryodhana responsible to give out gifts. Why they made Duryodhana responsible? Is because he hates Pandavas. He does not like Pandavas having any wealth. So he would give out more than what he's supposed to give. So he was made responsible for giving out gifts to all these kings who would give gifts, and in return they would get some gift back, on behalf of Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira. Now Duryodhana, we all know, has a strength of 10,000 elephants. But Mahabharata explains, he was so tired of receiving all these gifts from different kings and giving gifts back to these kings, that he had to sit down and rest. And all those kings, kings are famous for being proud of their wealth, and a small little insult and they will pick up a war. All these powerful kings, they were subordinate to Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, and they respected him so much that they would wait peacefully in line for Duryodhana to just get back his strength and continue giving and accepting gifts. Immense amount of wealth, unimaginable. At one point, Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, he said, and I'm giving so much charity to the Brahmins that I think I'm going to get short. Krishna said, come with me. And he took him to a place, sometimes when you're going to Kolkata, you will see right outside Kolkata there is this huge mountain of garbage. Right? There's a whole garbage of whole Kolkata comes and sits over there. Huge area, humongous, and piles of garbage. So they had a garbage pile like that, right? Outside the city. And Krishna said, dig here. Seriously? What are we going to get from here? He says, no, keep on digging. So they dug up the whole place and they found piles of gold and jewels and, all. He says, what is this? He said, your forefathers, they were so rich that they would eat in plate of gold studded with gems. Right? And like we use, a banana leaf or shalpata leaf plates, we use it once and we throw it out. They would throw out the gold plates. This is dirty, it's messy, we don't need this anymore, throw it out. Right? So Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira took that, brought it, continued with his charity and servicing the service to the Brahmins, taking care of his citizens and like that. Duryodhana couldn't handle all these things. So from where did they get it? They were born in a forest. From their very childhood, we were torturing them and planning, devising things to kill them. When they grew up a little bit bigger, we, tried to burn them in a house of lac. They went out to the forest again. Unfortunately, they got married to Draupadī, who was the most beautiful princess of the world. They came back. We gave them half of the kingdom, and especially that part which was barren, had nothing. Nothing grows there, is filled with poisonous snakes. We gave them that kind of land, Khandava-prastha. From that they made Indra-prastha, which is, the assembly hall is just so stunning. Like so beautiful. From where? How did they get it? How is that even possible? He was jealous. We know how it's possible. We have an example right here in Sridham Mayapur. Srivas Angan. Mahaprabhu, he asked, you have no business. You have no job. There is nobody in your family who is working and earning money. You have a big family. How do you maintain yourself? How do you maintain? Srivas Thakur says, I only depend on Krishna. He provides everything. I don't have to worry about anything. If he gives me food, I eat. He doesn't give me food, I don't eat. Mahaprabhu was so happy and pleased with his dedication. He said, it may happen that Lakshmi herself would need to go out begging, but you will never have shortage of opulence. You will always be serving the Lord and His Vaishnavas. This is the secret. You want to have money? The secret is take care of the Lord and His devotees. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, when he went out, after the gambling match, he had to go. He was exiled to the forest. He didn't go out alone. He staked everything. The only thing he did not stake from his kingdom was the wealth of the Brahmins. He says, that doesn't belong to me, because I am subordinate to the Brahmanas. It doesn't, their wealth is their wealth. It doesn't belong to me. What happened when Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira was exiled? When he's leaving the city, he's going to the forest. 10,000 Brahmanas accompanied him. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira said, dear Brahmanas, I can't maintain you. I have nothing left. When I had opulence, I was maintaining, but I have nothing. I'm a beggar. I'm going to the forest. Brahman said, we did not ask any maintenance. We will take care of ourselves. Yeah? We know how to take care of ourselves. Krishna provides everything. He has been providing everything to every living entity. The forest is full of fruits and roots. We will take care of ourselves, don't worry. The only thing we want is your association. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira was very happy, very satisfied. He said, yeah, what will I do in the forest anyway? There's nothing for me to do there. I would be very happy to have your association as well. We'll have Krishna Katha. We will study Shastras. Then all the Brahmins came with him. But he's a king. It's his nature to rule, to protect, to administrate. He sees there are 10,000 Brahmanas there. He's thinking, I have to do something for them. So he sits and starts worshipping Surya. Why? Because he is responsible to provide food to all the living entities. And Surya Dev is so happy that he comes and he gives him the Akshay Patra. Says, whatever is cooking here will not finish as long as Draupadī doesn't eat. Once she eats, everything is complete. And why until Draupadī doesn't eat? Because even when she was the empress of the whole world, the way how she was taking care of the citizens, it was every day the Brahmins would eat. After the Brahmins have eaten, any guest, they would eat. After the guests have eaten, Pandavas would eat. After the Pandavas have eaten, the servers and the cooks, they would eat. After they have eaten, all the rest of the servants in the palace, there were 10,000 of them, they would eat. After they have eaten, at the end, Draupadī, she would eat. That was her way of taking care. So that's what she would do. She would eat last to make sure everybody else has been taken care of first. So that's why Surya Dev said, once she has eaten, then there will be nothing in the pot. But until then, it's going to be full. Another opulence. Right? Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira got. Why did he got this? Why is he constantly having this? Right? Because Srila Prabhupada explains that Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira's good sacrifice and qualification were so lofty and virtuous. He was constantly serving the Lord, constantly thinking of Krishna. In the previous chapters we read, Krishna says, okay, Mahabharata war is gone, I'm leaving. Oh, no, stay a little longer. Okay, stayed a little longer. Protected Uttara. Okay, now I need to go. No, please. A little more. Okay, little more. Okay, now I really have to go. It's been very long that I've been out of Dwaraka. Okay. Everybody's crying. They followed the chariot and they waited as long as Krishna, you couldn't see Krishna anymore. He was gone till then, and then with heavy hearts they all came back. They are in problem? No problem. Krishna is there. You have so much problem. No, we don't have problem. Krishna is there. Now you have no problem. No, we have problem. Krishna is not there. Now is the real problem. That was the mood of Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira. And because he's constant, whatever he has, he wants to apply it in the service of the Lord. That's why he never had shortage of anything. Draupadī was the wife of all the 5 brothers. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira alone staked her. She's a stake in the gambling match. Brothers said nothing. All devoted to Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira. He went through so much suffering in his life, but he never considered that as his suffering. Because when he's suffering, he takes it as an opportunity to remember Krishna. When he's in problem, he takes it as an opportunity to remember Krishna. When he is happy, he takes it as an opportunity to remember Krishna. He's always remembering Krishna. Eventually we will hear. When Krishna left the planet, Arjuna came back, his sad, heavy heart. He said, what's wrong? He's asking all different reasons. Did you not manage to do this? Did you not manage to do this? You are so happy. Were you not able to protect someone? Did you not, do this? Did you not do this? Arjuna doesn't reply. He says, okay, so all these things Arjuna has not done. That means the only thing left is that Krishna has left the planet. As soon as Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira found out Krishna has left the planet, he says, there is nothing for me to do over here. He stepped out. He made Maharaj Parikshit the emperor of the world, and he left. He didn't tell, okay, goodbye, see you later, No, he left. The Pandavas and Draupadī, they happened to see him leaving. I said, yes, that's the right thing to do. They left. Their existence is only and only there because Krishna wants them to. That's their dedication to the Lord. Right? That's why Krishna takes care. He gives everything. The only thing required from our side is complete surrender. We have a little bit of problem. That's not a problem because Krishna is there to take care of us. Complete surrender. Once we are able to do complete surrender, Krishna has his own ways. Srila Prabhupada, in the beginning of the purport, he says, only a rich and great man's name and fame are known all over the world. Krishna's name and fame are known in thousands of universes. Right? His servants has to be taken care of. There is a bhajan in Hindi, and it says, Krishna, how many people know us? Some people in Mayapur, maybe a little bit outside Mayapur, some friends here and there. That's it. But we are so worried about my name is going to be defamed. I can't do anything wrong. Otherwise, what will people think about me? Right? Imagine Krishna. Everybody knows him. The entire universe, thousands of universes know him. Gajendra is sinking in the water. He's calling out to the Lord. My Lord, protect me. Krishna, Garudadev is there. He jumps on Garudadev and starts, let's go. We have to go fast. He didn't wear his shoes. Lakshmi Devi was like, what happened? He's gone. He's gone. Gajendra, he's praying. He says, Moola Prakritaye Namaha. Oh, the source of Prakriti, please come protect me. Parvati Devi is sitting there. She's telling Mahadev. He said, Mahadev, he's calling you, your devotee. He's not calling me. So he said, Moola Prakritaye Namaha. I am Prakriti. You are my source, he's calling you. He says, he's not calling me, he's calling my source. And you see that chadar flying in the sky? That's his. He doesn't even care that his uttariya fell off. He's gone. And that's why I'm sitting peacefully and smiling. Because I know he's gone. He didn't put his shoes on. His chadar is flying off. He didn't care. Right? And he's seeing, Lord Vishnu sees that he's flying full speed to protect Gajendra. But Gajendra is up to his eyes in water. Immediately throws his Sudarshan. If that day Gajendra died, you know what people will say? Oh, Lord Vishnu, his devotee died. He was drowned to death. He was calling him. Died. No, Krishna is there. He protects. There's another interesting story. Draupadi Devi, she was being disrobed. She puts her hand up and it says, oh my Lord, residing in Dwaraka, holding Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, please come protect me. Krishna starts supplying all these saris, thousands of meters of saris. Afterwards, when they were in the forest, Draupadi Devi, she said, why you took so long to come to protect me? I was helpless. Why you took so long? Krishna said, I was right there. You said I'm residing in Dwaraka. So I had to go back to Dwaraka, come, and that's why it took me some time. I had to start from there. Next time, don't make this mistake. Okay. So when Durvasa Muni came with 10,000 people after Draupadi Devi had eaten, there's nothing in the pot, it will not produce anything that day. And what she does? Hridaya Kamalavacha, Janardana, oh Janardana, residing in my heart, please help us. Krishna is from behind. Hey, you called me? When did you come? You just called. Last time you said Dwaraka Nilay Achyuta. You are residing in Dwaraka, oh Achyuta. So it took me some time. This time you said you are residing in my heart. If I pop out like this, you will get scared. That's why I'm calling you from behind. You called me? What's the problem? Oh, these Brahmins are here, 10,000 of them. There's nothing left. There is there. No, I washed the pot, it's clean. I know how you clean. Show me the pot. Oh, there is this, some prasad there. He eats. Fully satisfied. Krishna is the doer of all impossible activities. He doesn't care for anything. He doesn't even care for his own vows that he himself made, right? I will not pick up the weapon in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Yeah, right. Bhishma Deva says, I will take care of that one. He attacked Arjuna so hard. So hard. Arjuna was getting pierced with arrows. Krishna says, if I don't do something, Arjuna is going to die. He picked up the wheel, chariot wheel, started swinging it around, want to kill him. Bhishma Deva dropped his voice and says, my Lord, I am ready. I fulfilled my vow of breaking your vow. Krishna doesn't care. His devotees are in difficulty. Krishna does not care. He will do anything to protect his devotees. He doesn't care for morality, justice, nothing. My devotee needs me, I am here. I'm right next to him. And how much does he care for us? He's residing with every one of us in our hearts as Paramatma. Right? He resides here, he resides here, he resides in the book, he resides on the table, in the camera, in the mat. In every atom, between every atom, he's there. Technically speaking, we are surrounded by millions of Lord, millions of Krishna around us constantly. We have to desire to surrender. My Lord, I surrender. Yeah. The month of Kartik is here. Many devotees, they start doing different vratas. I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. Right? Many times it happens, we fall into situations that our vrata may break. Oh, it's on the verge. Okay, I'm going to only eat potatoes, nothing else. And then somebody calls her, hey Prabhu, we are having a pizza party, would you like to come? Oh Krishna, what to do? Help me, I took a vrata, I will eat only potatoes and they're calling me for pizza. I'm craving for pizza, what should I do? Heavy rain. Oh, sorry Prabhu, we had to cancel the pizza party next time. Oh, thank you Krishna. Why did that happen? And Krishna helped you out. Small things like that also Krishna says, don't worry, I'll take care of you. Every situation, I'll take care of you, don't worry. This big mess is happening. Oh, don't worry, I will take care. At every step, he's there, he's ready. Only waiting for us to surrender fully, full, 100%. And once we do that, there was one person, he heard in Bhagavatam class, nobody goes hungry in Brajamandala. You'll always have prasad. Nobody can go hungry in Brajamandala. He said, okay, I will prove that you can go hungry. So he went deep in the forest. Nobody can see him. And he went and sat under the tree. It was noontime. Hasn't eaten or drunk anything. And he started hearing some people. He was like, oh, what is this? Deep in the forest, there are some people here. So he climbed on top of the tree and he sat down. And there were some Brajavasis, they came, they are grazing their cows. They sat down under the tree to have their lunch. So they sat and ate. There was something extra. They left it over there. Prasad is right down there. No, I can't eat. I have to prove that I will go hungry in Brajamandala. I'm not going to eat. Okay. Night falls. Around midnight, some dacoits came there. Big, they had collected a big loot. Very happy. They sat down under the tree, started to divide, get their own portions. They saw there is food there. It's like, wow, such a nice day. We got a big loot and there is food. Let's go for it. Just about to eat it, one of the dacoits said, hey, stop. How come there is food in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of the night? Surely there is someone who has poisoned this food. We will eat, we will die, he will take the loot. Search for this man. We were not searching. Oh, someone is sitting on top of the tree. Come down. Eat. No, I'm not going to eat. Eat. No, I'm not going to eat. They forced him to eat. Oh, why? The Bhagavad speaker, he said, nobody goes hungry in Brajamandala. He wanted to prove the devotee wrong. Krishna gave him nicely here, in the middle of the jungle, eat something. No. I'll prove the devotee wrong. Yeah, okay. Try me. Fed him. Devotee says something, it will happen. Krishna will take care of that. And he promised. He said in Gita, whatever my devotee doesn't have, I will provide. What he has, I will protect. So as devotees, we should not worry. 50 years ago, Mayapur was rice fields. Right? Nothing. Some devotee went up to Srila Prabhupada and says, Srila Prabhupada, there is nothing. Who will go there? Nobody will go there. Srila Prabhupada said, if nobody goes, we'll go there and chant Hare Krishna. And now we have the world headquarters with thousands of people coming even during lockdown. How is that possible? Srila Prabhupada said, make a city. It is going to happen. Srila Prabhupada, this is desire, it will manifest. We may take part, we may not take part. That's our choice. But this is going to happen. Because Prabhupada said, Krishna will fulfill it. If we take part in it, we'll get the satisfaction of that, yes, we have been a brick in the city of Mayapur. We have done something. If we don't, there is no loss. This project will continue. Why? Because Krishna will make sure it happens. Srila Prabhupada has said. And that can happen with all of us. Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, he became the emperor of the world twice in his lifetime. From nothing, from the forest life to the emperor, to back into the forest, to back to the emperor. But in all situations, he remained a pure devotee. Right? And Srila Draupadī, he explains in previous purports. He said that Mahārāja Yudhiṣṭhira, in every situation he was stable, he was strong. He never deviated from the path of devotional service. That's why he has this situation. If we maintain the same thing, we maintain ourselves on the path of devotional service, there will never be shortage of anything in our life. Anything. We require something, Krishna will provide. There was one devotee, very, very poor, and this happened in Gujarat a few hundred years ago. And his daughter is to get married. So, the boys' party, they asked for a big dowry. What was it? Few hundred silk saris, pure quality silk, and this many gems, and this much, grains, and this many cows, and this and that, and everything. And he says, and just in case the wind will not blow it off, we want 2 big solid pieces of gold stones, right, to put it on top so that it cannot fly away. This devotee has nothing. 2 days before the marriage, he gets invitation for kirtan. He forgot that his daughter is getting married. There is nothing in the house. The bridegroom party is going to be there. They have to be fed. He forgot. Oh, kirtan time. Let's go. He left. Had kirtan. He got so engrossed in the kirtan, he came back after a week. And on the way, he said, oh, my daughter was supposed to be married. What happened? He came back. Asked his wife, what happened? Oh, nothing. Everything got taken care of. Everything got taken care of? By who? Oh, no, you were doing kirtan in somebody's place. No, they sent this very nice, strong person with many, many bullock carts of preparations. The whole dowry that they were asked for was given. Who? Who was this person? Oh, you went to this place, no? It's called, Shamaraji. Shamara means the black merchant. Who is this guy? Okay, went to the same village, asking, is there Shamara Seth, somebody or Seth, big merchant? No, we don't know. Searching. And somebody said, hey, you're looking for this Mr. Shamara Seth? Like, yeah, he's calling you. There's a big palace with Lord Vishnu standing in Chaturbhuj Narayana form, on a big nice couch. It says, I am Mr. Shamara Seth. So then they made a big temple over there called Shamariyaji. It's on the way to going to take darshan of Srinathji. Beautiful temple. He took care. Anything. You surrender to Krishna, he can arrange anything. So that's what we can learn from today's verse. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? Yes, Mataji? There should be a mic somewhere.
Hare Krishna, thank you for the class, it was amazing. Can we completely surrender? Or recently, a few days ago in class, they said how if you surrender 25%, Krishna reciprocates 25%, so it's relative. But is it possible for us to surrender completely?
Yes. That's what the different examples we gave.
But how about if you surrender, how much you surrender, that much Krishna reciprocates?
No, it's not that Krishna reciprocates that much. Krishna wants to reciprocate a lot. We only allow him that much. Right? So, it's not, Krishna doesn't do business. Yeah. He loves. That's why he is, he knows how to love. He doesn't do business. We were reading yesterday in Chaitanya Charitamrita that when Krishna appears, all the different incarnations come in the form of Krishna, come in the body of Krishna, and they are there. So when Krishna has to kill the demons, that's Lord Vishnu who's killing them. Right? Krishna is only having pastimes with the devotees. So when Krishna wants to reciprocate, he doesn't come as a businessman. He doesn't do business. That's only that's what we want to take. That's the only amount that we can take. Everything else is blocked off by our own self. So when we surrender fully, we can take much more. Is that okay, Mataji? Okay. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, bro. You were saying that Krishna will protect us, also fulfill our needs. How much can we pray for? Like, can we ask for protection? Can we ask for our needs? Will that be anyabhilasha shunyam? And what is the balance? How much can we ask for? I mean, what can we pray for? Is it okay to ask for protection? And how much needs can we ask for? And where is the balance? Haribo.
Krishna is unlimited. If we have our needs and we approach Krishna for those needs, that's not a problem. As we mentioned, Krishna loves us. So, if we love Krishna, how much can you ask? Right? Sudama Vipra, he loves Krishna. Did he ask for anything? He didn't ask for anything. He went to meet, he told his wife, I don't want to go and ask Krishna for something. His wife said, just go and visit your friend. He's your childhood friend, just go see him. Then he's thinking, okay, yeah, that's a good option. But I'm elder to Krishna. And I'm going to see him after a long time. After many years. I can't go empty-handed to serve Krishna, to see Krishna. Can you give me something? Okay, sure. She borrowed the tandula from the neighbor. She didn't have in her house. She borrowed it from the neighbor, gave it to him. He went. And in his mind, when he's going there, he's like, I'm going to see Krishna, I'm going to hug him, we are going to talk about our childhood life, he's not thinking what I'm going to ask. He's thinking, how am I going to interact with Krishna? And then when he comes at the gate, the dazzling golden gate, golden walls, it's like, my God, he is so big. And the guards are like, hey, yes, Brahman, what do you like? I want to meet Krishna. Why you want to meet Krishna? He's my childhood friend. This guy, you are his childhood friend? Your dhotis are ripped, stained, burnt, dirty. Okay, whatever. Who knows? Gurukul is a place where everybody meets. Okay, we will let Krishna know. Let's see what he has to say. Right? Okay. Oh, Dwarkadish, oh, the great, your majesty. There is one Brahmin claiming to be your friend has come to meet you. His name is Sudama. Krishna was having lunch with Rukmini Devi. He left. He ran. Rukmini Devi was like, oh, who is this guy? Who is this person? Krishna ran. He ran. And some Shastra describe while he was running, his dhoti got stuck in his leg. He fell. He stood up. He continued running. He grabbed Sudama. Sudama was at the gate. And he hugged him tight in his tight embrace. And Sudama Brahmana was little nervous. Now all the citizens are looking, who is this personality? Looks pretty dirty, ragged. But Dwarkadish, he's embracing him. He picked him up on his shoulder and he brought him back inside the palace. He washed his feet. He took him to his room, placed him on his bed, couch, started to talk. How are you? How is my sister-in-law? How are you doing? Talking. He forgot everything. Right? He says, what have my sister-in-law given for me? Oh, nothing. There's nothing. Because he has this, this rice in a cloth bag. Oh, there's nothing. He says, come on. My sister-in-law will not send you empty-handed. I know you have something. Oh, no, there is nothing. No, there is nothing. Oh, it's there. He grabbed it, ate first handful. Oh, this is nectar. Second handful. Oh, wow, this is wonderful. Third handful, Rukmini Devi stopped. God hold his hand. My Lord, enough. He says, no, this is wonderful. He says, okay, let us try also. Why did she stop? Acharyas give different commentaries. One, they didn't want him to continue eating that. But the second reason they say is that in the first feed, he took away all the impurity from Sudama. In the second handful, he gave everything equivalent to what he had in Dwaraka. And when he was going to take the third morsel, Rukmini Devi said, if you take one more, I will have to become a maidservant in his house. Please. Right? Krishna didn't give him anything. He's coming back empty-handed. And in his mind, he's not thinking, oh, Krishna, I went to meet Krishna. He's sending me back in the same clothes I went in. And it's like, this trip was useless. No, he's not thinking like that. He's thinking it was so great to meet Krishna after so long. And he comes back and his heart doesn't exist anymore. It's like, what happened? Where is my heart? Some rich guy came and broke down my heart and made a huge palace over there. No, his wife comes and says, you see, this is all arrangement by your friend. We have an opulent house. Sudama Vipra didn't go crazy with the opulence. No, he came inside. On the throne of the house, he placed the Shaligram Shila, continued worshipping. He says, because of you, I got this. Krishna knows exactly how much we need, what we need. We don't have to ask him. But at the same time, if we feel that we need to ask. Yeah. But Krishna knows what is good for us, how much is good for us. So even though you ask, you may not get it. Why? Because it may not be good for you. But even upon not asking, you may get it because he knows it's good for you. So if you want to ask, no problem. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. We'll end here. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, as you mentioned that we should surrender to Krishna and he will give all protection. And another side we also see that he inspires us in the form of super soul. So when some problems come, so how to relate it that super soul is inspiring us with the ideas, or we are not surrendering to Krishna for the protection, our mind is working, intelligence is giving some suggestions. So what to do to halt all these things and simply pray, or pray and use intelligence also? How to relate it that we are surrendering or we are still trying our efforts?
That's both ways. It goes both ways. As if you want to just surrender and do nothing about it and wait for Krishna's mercy to come, you may do that. But you can continue to work on the difficulty and let Krishna play his role and see what he wants. But surrender means you have surrendered. You don't worry about what the outcome will be. Yeah? Okay. Hare Krishna. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveda Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.